Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Quadruple murder in Clarendon. 4 people were rounded up from their homes and killed in Havana Heights Phase 3 in the wee hours of Sunday morning in what is thought to be a long-running lottery scamming scheme gone bad. The attack took place about 12:10 a.m. Those killed have been identified as 33-year-old Tashana White and her 25-year-old sister Sharon White, Luke Newman, a 19-year-old chef, and Michael Summon, a 25-year-old construction worker. They are all from Havana Heights, Phase 3, in the Denby section of the parish. According to police reports, lawmen were called in by residents who heard loud explosions in the area. The 4 were subsequently found with gunshot wounds to their head and upper bodies. Both sisters and Newman were confirmed dead at the Maypen Hospital, and someone died while undergoing treatment. The police have indicated that a door was kicked open to gain entry to the victims' homes. It is being theorized that the attack was carried out by several people as all 3 houses in the yard got ransacked. 2 of those killed were found in the house to the back, which was not the house they lived in. This would indicate that the attackers took them from their home and grouped them all in the house to the back and executed them. From all indications, the shooters escaped on foot and headed in the direction of Fogar Road. Investigators theorize that a relative of the 2 females killed was the intended target of the attack. The long-running feud is also being to be linked to the murder of Donovan Bryan along Jocto Street in the parish 2 months ago. This is now the 3rd attack in recent times that has been carried out in the Havana Heights area, in which the woman's relative was the intended target. The first attack was in June 2020, and the second was a year later in June 2021. The relative has been on the police radar for his involvement in lottery scamming activities in the area, which fueled a feud over the illicit scamming monies. This led to the initial attack, which has in turn led to a series of reprisals and counterattacks. Investigations are ongoing. Vaccinations coming to church, doctor's office, pharmacy, or community near you, stated Tufton. Jamaicans soon will be able to receive their vaccine against COVID-19 while shopping, while at church, at their doctor's office, place of business, or in their community. This is expected to materialize soon, as the Ministry of Health and Wellness has advised that it is seeking to expand its vaccination access point with an invitation to the private sector through a request from quotation for their participation in the National Vaccination Program. The ministry in a statement Sunday said the RFQ is aimed at small, medium, and large enterprises that may be faith-based, community-based, or existing health facilities such as pharmacies, hospitals, health centers, or doctors' offices. This initiative will, as a clear objective, seek to expand the access points for different clients who will be able to receive their vaccination while shopping or while visiting their doctor's offices, said the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton. Tufton was speaking at the press conference on COVID conversation hosted by the ministry last Thursday. We welcome all private sector, faith-based and community-based organizations to go to the ministry's website and download the documents, Tufton stated. The ministry noted that as of 11 a.m. Sunday, September 12, Jamaica has administered some 632,384 doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Of that number, 468,304 were first doses, 150,273 were second doses, and 13,807 were single doses. The ministry continues to encourage Jamaicans to get vaccinated against COVID-19 to help prevent serious illness, hospitalization, and/or death. For details on vaccination sites, members of the public can visit the vaccination website. Jamaicans are also reminded to be vigilant in their adherence to infection prevention and control measures, namely wearing of masks, maintaining a physical distance from others, and frequently washing and/or sanitizing hands. Free petrol for some motorists at Vaccination Bliss in Draxhall. St. Ann businessman Wayne Booth is offering free petrol for a selected number of motorists transporting people to the COVID Vaccination Bliss in Draxhall today. The vaccination drive runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Both the operator of both service station in Draxall said the first 60 motorists carrying at least 2 people to be vaccinated at the site adjacent to his property will be entitled to 10 liters of gas. The aim is to really get people out to be vaccinated, said Booth. He also said the initiative is part of his social and corporate responsibility. For customers, staff, friends and family who come by, I think my little piece will help in the whole vaccination bliss, he reported. The vaccination incentive is a partnership with Karim, Wesinco, and the Justices of Peace in St. Anne. COVID claims another cop. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF is mourning the death of another member. Reporters understand that Inspector Miguel Johnson of the St. Andrew North Police Division died from complications associated with COVID-19 on Sunday. He is the second policeman to have died from the respiratory illness in less than a week following the passing of Montego Bay-based Constable Damian Knight last Monday. Johnson had reportedly been admitted to the National Chest Hospital after falling ill. The JCF is also mourning the sudden death of Inspector Michael Brown last Tuesday. The senior officer was on shift commander duty in the Hanover Police Division in Lucy when he collapsed. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Outrage at opening of attractions to tourists on No Movement Day. There is outrage among some social media users over the decision to open 2 attractions in St. Anne on Monday, which is designated a No Movement Day, to tourists traveling on a cruise ship. The Carnival Sunrise cruise ship is set to dock in Ocho St. Anne on Monday. A letter dated September 10 from the St. Anne Development Company confirmed that there will be a cruise ship visit to the port of Ocho on Monday. As a result, Duns River Falls and Park, as well as Green Grotto Caves, are to be open from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on the day, said the company that has responsibility for the 2 attractions. We will revert to closure on the other No Movement days as mandated by the Disaster Risk Management Act, DRMA, the company stated. We appreciate your continued support as we navigate through this unprecedented environment, the letter that was addressed to clients, seemingly subsidiary property management, of the company added. It was signed by Farah Blake, the Director of Subsidiary Management at St. Anne Development Company. The letter has since gone viral across social media platforms, with numerous persons arguing that the decision to open the attractions to tourists presents a double standard in governance nationally. On a No Movement Day, a cruise ship will be docked in Jamaica and visitors will be taken to Duns River Falls. The double standard continues. When will this stop? Revolution needed, tweeted a social media user. Another added, Uno don't even realize the foreigners getting privilege over Uno only have strength for citizens. Duns River about to open on lockdown day, and no citizen cannot go there unless they are coming from a resort or the ship, but Uno on Twitter attacking people, she tweeted. Others chanted much the same. Jamaicans are restricted from moving on lockdown days, with exceptions given to certain individuals to move in relation to their specific job agendas on each day. Among the selected groups who are exempted on No Movement days are essential workers and persons visiting vaccination sites to get vaccinated. The government introduced a series of No Movement days to contain the spread of the novel coronavirus that has resulted in a spike in the rate of infections, hospitalizations, and death from the virus locally. In response to a tweet user query on whether the tourism attraction would be open on Monday, Delano Severite, Senior Advisor and Strategist of Tourism Ministry, stated, arriving fully vaccinated cruise visitors are permitted to visit only establishments within Resilience Corridor certified by Tourism Product Development Company and permitted to travel on trade license transfer. Huge COVID-19 safety bubble, workers trained, mask, sanitized, social distance, and vaxxed. 27 more COVID deaths, 560 new cases. Jamaica recorded 560 new COVID-19 cases and an additional 27 deaths on Saturday, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The latest data brings the total coronavirus infection in Jamaica to 75,857 and the virus death toll to 1,731. The ministry reported that the new cases comprise of 323 females, and 237 males with ages ranging from 2 days to 96 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 105, St. Anne 89, St. Catherine 65, St. Mary 65, St. Thomas 56, St. James 52, Trelawney 39, Westmoreland 32, Manchester 26, Hanover 26, Clarendon 3, St. Elizabeth 1, and Portland 1. Meanwhile, the ministry said the deaths occurred between August 27 and September 10 are a 64-year-old female from St. Catherine, a 41-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, a 60-year-old male from Westmoreland, a 58-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 74-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 67-year-old female from St. Anne, a 24-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 62-year-old male from St. Catherine, a 45-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 47-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 97-year-old female from St. Anne, an 86-year-old female from Westmoreland, a 62-year-old female from St. Thomas, a 77-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, a 75-year-old male from St. Anne, a 62-year-old female from Hanover, a 99-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 65-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 65-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 68-year-old male from St. James, an 81-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, a 77-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 72-year-old female from St. Thomas, a 68-year-old male from St. Anne, a 60-year-old male from St. James, a 68-year-old male from St. Anne, and a 64-year-old male from St. Anne. There are 24,058 active cases after 116 people recovered from the virus. Also, the ministry said 773 people are presently hospitalized due to the virus, with 119 patients severely ill, 57 in critical condition, and 160 moderately ill. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.